Ladies and gentlemen, welcome everyone to the Hardcore FM podcast show. I am your host, of course, Hardcore Declan, and today, of course, is WWE Draft Night. Of course, WWE Draft predictions here tonight. I'm going to give you my six draftees: Raw to SmackDown and SmackDown to Raw. And but ladies and gentlemen, let's before we get into the swing of things as we usually do, I want to give a good, massive shout out, of course, to good old Bronxville police station. Good old Bronxville. Obviously, Sergeant Morgan, of course, doing a fantastic job and finally getting my name right. Sergeant Morgan is the only person down there that gets my name right, and fair play, Sergeant Morgan. You need to pat yourself on the back, brother, because everybody else, for some weird reason or another, call me Lawrence. I don't know where the hell they're getting this name from, but Sergeant Morgan, we need to give a good, fantastic shout out to our civil service from Bronxville. Of course, Sergeant Morgan. Of course, the Benedetto, of course, absolutely nice guy that you could ever meet. Absolutely nice guy. Very, very professional the way he does it. Same with Sergeant Morgan. Also, I want to have a big, massive shout out to my good old friend, Sergeant Nicholas D. Young, of course. How are you doing, bro? Haven't spoken to you in a while, man. You should give me a ring, man. Give me a ring, or even hit me up on Facebook or something, Hit me up on Facebook. It's Declan Kavanagh, of course, on Facebook, of course, if you want to hook me up or whatever. Or I'll give you a ring or something another day. Let me see. Who else should I give a shout out to? Oh, and Sergeant Carroll. Sergeant Carroll, the fantastic Irish American man. Sergeant Carroll is a good man, very, very professional in his work. Same with Sergeant Morgan and also the Benedetto. Obviously, fantastic. Three police officers in Bronxville that do their work. Very, very professional. But there's somebody else that I need to give. Well, I was thinking about this for a couple of days, but we give a shout out. But he's not really the most intelligent guy in the room. But, we'll give him a shout out, because, he'll feel out of place if you don't give him a shout out. Is Christopher K. Blessington. Okay, unfortunately, he's not the sharp tool in the toolbox, if you know what I mean. But he does his job, not as professional as the other three officers. But he does his job, and sometimes he might, accidentally say something that obviously, that lands him into it. But look at Christopher Blessington, or Officer Christopher Blessington, or Officer Chris K. Blessington. Look at, man, I forgive you, but, you still need to kind of, wise up, if you know what I mean. You still need to wise up. I forgive you all the things you were saying about my wife and shit like that. So I forgive you. And, you don't have to be, always have this thing, this vengeance towards me, Christopher K. Blessington. But, look, we'll move on. We'll move on. The Bronxville thing, they're good people down there. They're very, very busy people. I have the most respect for, obviously, any law enforcement people. Same over here with my police. I have the most greatest respect for law enforcement. Obviously, you get some law enforcement people that are a bit too much power, if you know what I mean. Because they think they're wearing the badge. They think they can do what they want, but you get good cops and you get bad cops, But the boys over there in Bronxville, they're doing a fantastic job, especially the Benedettos, the Morgans, who else am I forgetting? Sergeant Carroll, very, very professional what they do. And also, I want to take obviously an opportunity to say hello to obviously Officer DeRose, or hopefully I'm saying this right. I don't really know Officer DeRose, but I heard that she is a very, very community officer, if you know what I mean. She's out with the community, she says hello to people, very, very friendly and stuff like that. So I want to, give this opportunity to say hello to Officer DeRose. Hopefully it's the same, or DeRosa, something like that. I think it's Officer DeRose. So, look at guys, no hard feelings in Bronxville. You do your job. You are very, there's probably three officers in Bronxville that go by the book. And then, of course, Christopher K. Blessington, Officer Blessington, he's, as I just said, he's not the sharpest tool in the book. He might say things, accidentally, but I forgive him. Chris, I forgive you, Chris, because there's no point in having, this vengeance or this stained blood between us. There's no point in doing this. I forgive you. The only thing is you need to forgive me. But look, I'm just trying to be a nice guy. Trying to be friendly, because you never know. I might end up in Bronxville one day, and I might need assistance. So, if I'm going to be an asshole, about things, obviously the cops in Bronxville are not going to come to my rescue if I'm going to be an asshole, But look at guys, keep up the good work. You're doing a fantastic job. Halloween is coming up. I hope you enjoy Halloween. Christmas is not too far off as well. Obviously Christmas is not going to be the same. With what's going on in the world today with the coronavirus pandemic. So, hopefully, please God, in the next year or two, maybe 3 years, hopefully this pandemic should be subside, if you know what I mean. So look at guys, keep up the good work there in Bronxville. I appreciate it. But Sergeant Morgan, once again, if you're listening, man, because obviously this is going to be a pre-recorded. Of course, I'm recording it live now, but it's going to be pre-recorded when I send it out. But Sergeant Morgan, if you're listening out there, you need to give yourself a pat on the back, man, because you're the only person down there that finally got my name right. And of course, he was asking me how the weather is in Ireland. Obviously, this time of year, October, it's not too bad. It's warm during the day. It's cold at night time. Not much rain at the moment. Thank God. We'll probably get loads of rain now and over the coming weeks, months. Till probably March or April. Well, obviously it doesn't rain all the time in the winter, but I live in the country, so country, it does be kind of worse, than when you're living in the city, where you have all the buildings to protect you and stuff like that. It's not too bad, but when you're living in the sticks, as we call it, it can be because you're kind of open. It's not many buildings, so you're kind of open, so even if it's bad rain or sleet, snow, wind, it can be very, very bad, at times. But look at guys, keep up the good work over there in Bronxville. And hopefully me and Mr. Chris Blessington obviously can, work things out, Hopefully, maybe I should give him a call and maybe we can work things out, Chris, because I forgive you, even though you said you would give me an apology, which, I'm not obviously going to expect apology, but, I forgive you, even though you haven't apologized, and hopefully we can, make amends, obviously between myself and yourself, because for some reason you think I'm Anthony De Silva. I'm nowhere near or even look or complexion of Anthony De Silva. I'm an Irish man. I'm a Caucasian white man. Irish, obviously. Obviously Dublin, Ireland. So, how the hell do I sound? Maybe you got mixed up or something. Maybe you think we sound the same thing. Maybe I'm well spoken. I don't know. But, you know, if you think I'm this Lawrence guy or Mr. Da Silva, you know, man, you know, you need to just, you know, like, we need to do a three-way call just to prove that I'm myself, my own ego. And at least then Mr. Silva would be on the call and you were on the call. How about this, Chris? Why don't we do a three-way call one Sunday, one of the days, just to prove that I'm my own ego and Mr. Da Silva has his own ego. So what about it? Anyway, let's stop talking about Bronxville. We've talked about it over 10 minutes of talking about Bronxville. But guys, keep up the good work. It's very busy out there, especially this time of year, Halloween coming up. Christmas, you know, very, very busy time. Obviously, all year round is busy, you know, but Halloween coming up, people messing, bonfires, stuff like that. Obviously, the EMS, of course, have very busy as well, of course, trying to put out fires. Same over here in Norland, you know. But anyway, look at guys, you keep up the good work. Now, obviously, guys, it turned into a Bronxville show, guys, but I never tended to that anyway. But anyway, before I stop talking about Chris, you send me a message on Facebook, Chris, and we can sort things out, okay? Finito. That's the end of Bronxville. Okay, guys, this is the obviously Hardcore FM, of course, podcast with your host, Hardcore Declan. WWE Draft predictions. Obviously, as you know, the WWE Draft comes to you tonight on SmackDown and on Monday on Raw. So it's a 2-day who's going to come, who's going to stay, who's going to leave. Stuff like that. So these, I was initially going to do 10. Then I said I'd do 5, but I said, to hell with this, I'll do 6. Okay, so these are my predictions, of course. Obviously, starting tonight, of course, going from Raw to SmackDown. Now, hopefully, I have this right, because I don't know. I've lost really interested. I don't know who's on who at the moment. Now, there could be NXT superstars as well joining up, getting their big call up, like last year. But anyway, going from Raw to SmackDown, my number one pick is Kevin Owens, going from Raw to SmackDown, because he's been on the Raw and SmackDown the last 2 weeks. So I reckon Kevin Owens is going to go from Raw to SmackDown. Okay, now from SmackDown to Raw. Now, obviously, in no particular order. Obviously, I know it hasn't happened yet until Monday. But my first number one pick was The Fiend. So the first pick, Raw, going from Raw to SmackDown, Kevin Owens. SmackDown to Raw, The Fiend. Now my number two pick, going from Raw to SmackDown and SmackDown to Raw, which is my number one pick. Number two, I keep saying number one, Jesus Christ, what's wrong with me tonight? Going from Raw to SmackDown at number 2, Randy Orton. Going from SmackDown to Raw as number 2 pick is AJ Styles. My number 3 pick, going from Raw to SmackDown. Now, this is just a prediction. It probably won't happen. Is Ricochet, going from Raw to SmackDown. And number 3, going from SmackDown to Raw, Braun Strowman. Because he's been on all over the place. He's been on SmackDown, he's been on Raw. You know, he's a SmackDown wrestler, but he's been on Raw, the Underground, the last couple of weeks. He was on Raw, I think this Monday, gone. So I think he's definitely going to be drafted, for sure. Okay, my 4th pick, going from Raw to SmackDown and SmackDown to Raw, is Aleister Black. Going from SmackDown to Raw at number 4, of course, if you have The Fiend, Alexa Bliss. Obviously, with Alexa Bliss has been kind of siding with the Fiend the last. So I reckon they will go to Raw. Now I don't know if Alexa is on. I know she's been on Raw and SmackDown the last couple of weeks, but you get the gist. Now my number 5th pick going from Raw to SmackDown and SmackDown to Raw is, now I could be wrong. I could be wrong. So people don't start like when I upload this. Oh, that's baloney. My 5th pick going from Raw to SmackDown and SmackDown to Raw is Seth Rollins, and SmackDown to Raw, The Miz. Now my number 6th pick from going from Raw to SmackDown, SmackDown to Raw. Now this could be completely. I don't think it will happen, but I'm gonna just throw it in here because I've really lost much of the roster. I'm old school. I'm an attitude WWE man, WWF man. So I don't really know much wrestlers. NXT wrestlers could be coming in as well. The Street Profits. Now, please, when you listen to this, saying, wait a minute, did he say the Street Profits? Are they not the Raw Tag Team Champions? You never know. Sure, it wasn't the Universal Champion, Raw, and then that went to SmackDown. So if the Raw Tag Team Champions goes to SmackDown, well then the SmackDown Tag Team titles will come to Raw, and they'll probably just change the titles. Something, the way they done with the, but not necessarily. I'm not saying the Street Profits will come to SmackDown, but you never know. And my SmackDown versus Raw last number 6 pick is John Morrison. So that is my 6 picks going from Raw to SmackDown and SmackDown to Raw, which starts tonight. The first part of the draft will be tonight. The second part will be on Monday night. So we'll wait and see, what big changes. I hope it's big changes. You never know. Drew McIntyre could get drafted to SmackDown, and the Universal Champion could get drafted to Raw. Is that right? Or wait, hold on. Is it or it could be the other way around? Is that right? Wait, the WWE Champion is on SmackDown, yeah. So Drew could go to Raw, or is Drew on Raw? I can't remember.
Drew's on Raw.
Oh, sorry. So Drew McIntyre could go to SmackDown, and Roman Reigns could go to Raw. And just to kind of spice things up a little bit, with the draft. You never know. You never know with WWE. WWE could completely change things on day or an hour before the show starts. The creating team is absolutely ridiculous. That Vince McMahon has to look over the show an hour. Was it 3 weeks ago? I don't know if it was Raw or SmackDown. Vince McMahon, an hour before they came on live, and Vince McMahon had to approve everything by 7:30 in the evening, and Raw was coming on at 8 o'clock. Like, what the hell is going on with WWE? WWE is just like gone to the dog. That's why I don't really bother much with WWE. And normally I do my preview show on WWE. I just said I'll do this tonight. I haven't done a pay-per-view in God knows how long. Probably was it Extreme Rules or something, or I can't even remember when was the last. Probably back in June, maybe July or something was the last pay-per-view show I done. But that's my WWE draft prediction for tonight, and obviously Monday night. Obviously coming live to you. Obviously, our next pay-per-view, of course, is WWE. WWE Hell in a Cell, of course, will come to you the 25th of October, 2020. The venue, of course, is obviously we're still in Florida, of course, the Thunderdome in Florida. So, that will be a very, very interesting pay-per-view, of course. And then obviously, I think Survivor Series is after that. And then I think we normally finish up with like TLC or some stuff like that. But But anyway, guys, that's been our WWE draft prediction. Before we go, a couple of shout outs, of course. My good old pal from Cavan Town, of course, Kieran Riley. How are you doing tonight, brother? Also, Dan Oakley, Anthony De Silva, Keith O'Donnell, Glenn Porty, Colin Henning, Sandra Brutwick, and of course my own nephew, of course, is doing very, very well over in Italy, of course. Jack Kennedy, who's doing his scholarship in Perugia, and he actually played against the senior team last night, and they actually bet the senior team. So good on you, kiddo. I'm very, very proud of you as an uncle, and hopefully many, many more memories, and hopefully, you never know, you might get into the hurling squads sooner or later. Obviously, I want to say hello to my wife, Roisin, of course. I want to say hello to, obviously, my sister over in Australia, Karen, of course, Ken, little Rion, of course, another nephew of mine. Also, I want to say hello to, obviously, my brother-in-law, Jane Keenan, and obviously his wife, Samantha. I want to say hello to another brother-in-law, of course, Joseph Keenan, and his fiancée, Kathy, of course. We won't give too many second names around here, just in case, because they'll probably fucking kill me for this. Obviously Caitlin as well, of course. My brother-in-law's stepdaughter. Obviously, you know, I don't want to really extend here because, you know, there's too many names, but obviously the extended family as well. So we don't want to be getting mother-in-laws involved here and shit like that, because you know we obviously don't want to be saying mothers' names here on YouTube, if you know what I mean. I'll get my ass whooped. But I would like to actually wish my mum obviously a speedy recovery, obviously after her COVID. She had obviously COVID-19 coronavirus, and she's up and well now, thank God. She's still isolating because she was away in Italy and she's only back again, so she has to isolate. But hopefully she's on the mend. She's in good spirits, thank God. And that's it, guys. That's been our WWE draft prediction show. Sorry, guys, I need to sneeze. Oh God, excuse me, guys. But yeah, no, that's it, guys. That's been our WWE draft prediction, guys. So obviously stay safe, guys, in this time of need. And I will see you guys in the next video, guys. Please smash like, put that notifications bell on, guys, when I go live. And guys, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. If anybody I've missed, I apologise, guys. But I think that's everybody. I think I got everybody here in the shout outs. You know, I don't want to be extending all over the place here. But guys, all the best, guys. I want to once again wish me nephew obviously all the best in his success in the football, his scholarship. Jack, best of luck to you, bro. Make me proud. Make everybody proud. And you never know, you one day you could be playing in the hurling squad, and I'll be cheering you on. Doesn't matter if it's from the stadium or from the armchair, buddy. I will cheer you on. And look at, guys, I'm out of here for the night, guys. Slán Lat, and be safe, guys.